Hello everyone, Quentin here once again. We are doing the silage harvest today. We're picking up the grass and putting it into the trailer. We're going to bring it over to where the cows will be located. And our entire plan is basically get silage up. From this field in particular, there are a couple of fields that do still require mowing, but they can be done at some point in the future. I am missing bits, which that is not ideal. Let's see, where do I want to be? I think, yes, I think, oh, that might be too far. Yes, that is too far. So there is pretty much perfect. We are in the fall today. We've got the massive Ferguson equipment on the back. And simply put, we're going to drive around effectively in circles, picking up whatever's on this field, or as much of it as is humanly possible. The next time we have the mower out on this field, we'll be making some hay probably for the cows and the sheep. I do plan on getting some sheep. Just for something to work on while the crops are growing, and during the winter we need to have a full year-round farm for this to be successful. This is going reasonably well so far. This is about as fast as I can go. The trailer is, however, full, which means that it is time to get on the road. Let's turn the beacons on. Turn the beacons on. There we go. Get on the road. I'm not going to take that exit. Downside of this is, of course, this is now a very long vehicle. And the roads here are not very wide. So this is going to require some somewhat precision driving, which I don't know if I'm capable of that, to be honest. I also don't know where on earth I am. There's the yard, which means the exit should be here. Yes, yes it is. And there we go. I believe we just need to drive down this road, and there's a right-hand turn we need to take. That shall be interesting. The mirrors on the TW appear to be slightly broken. All three of them, in fact, are slightly not quite perfect. So this is the Ford TW25. It's got TW35 even. I do apologize. It's got 190 horsepower, so it can do the work of 190 horses, presumably. And this is going to be our main workhorse vehicle. But as a part of me tempted to get rid of one of the tractors, possibly the same, as the Ford more or less takes the same slot. It's in fact it might be the it won't be the Z-Tor. I like the Z-Tor. It may well be the same going away, if I'm being honest. Cow crossing there, which means we need to turn here to get to the silage pit, or clamp as it is otherwise known. Just make sure that I'm not causing too much hassle there. Wonderful, magnificent. Where is the silage pit? Is that it there? I believe it might be. Don't see anywhere else it could be. Let's just get out and have a look. This is not the silage pit. Where on earth is it then? If it's not there, then it must be therefore down here somewhere. Is it this shed? It is not this shed. Where is it? Where on earth would you put a silage pit? That's for animals. Okay. Animals are in there. That's just a shed. I have no idea where I'm looking for this. Let's open this gate just in case it's down here. I need to drive through. Ah! Silage pit. So the tractor is parked up over here. Oh, this is tight. This is going to be interesting. So to get to the silage pit, I need to take this around as tight as I can get it. Like that. And this is not this. Oh. Alright, this is I don't know if all of this equipment will fit through here. Oh, it will. Fantastic. That is not a pleasant experience. And now we have the most painful part of this entire thing, which is I need to get the trailer reversed into a shed. Right, into one of the pits here. Like, very roughly, like so. That'll do. Tip the grass out. We will need to bring a tractor or some sort of vehicle down here in the very near future just to deal with the silage. Or chaff as it is otherwise known. There we go. And now we can head back to the yard. At the maximum speed of this magnificent vehicle of 30 kilometers per hour. Can we come out this way? We can come out this way. Fantastic. That cuts out some of the turning. And the unnerving drive through the very small gap. Which always is very, very welcome indeed. There we go. This is a very dull drive, I will admit. It's, you know, quite long, and the drive from the other field will be longer, so I might get what I believe are called contractors in to aid me with that. Just to drive the trailers to and from the silage pits, and I shall see how that goes, I suppose. However, we are doing rather well, having one trailer load of silage already. I appreciate that the trailer is not the largest trailer in the world. I've seen far bigger on the back of lorries. However, it shall do for the purposes for which we have it, which is transporting goods and equipment. Well, goods primarily. If I need to load equipment into a trailer, I don't think it'll be that one. I may need to reseed that field. I don't think the corn wants to germinate, or the maize, so I may do that off camera. Are we good to go through there? No, we are not good to go through there. Is there a possible way by which we can make it through? I do believe we may be stuck. Alright, perhaps we're not stuck, but I don't see how we're going to get into the field in a successful manner, unless I were to take an abnormally large turning circle, and no, that's just hit me into a bollard. That is literally as wide as I can turn it. Just about fits, maybe, perhaps. I think I'm stuck. Come on. Blasted trailer getting stuck on things. How exactly are you stuck? Look. One good wallop and you're free. That's all everything ever needs, is a good wallop with a tractor occasionally. There we go. That was not good. Come on. Look up. Look up. You are stuck once again. You are now in fact stuck worse than you were stuck previously. Can I brute force this with 4-wheel drive? No. Perhaps. If I were to get a run up, yes. There we go. I think I shall not use that method again. That was the wrong button. There we go. Let's get that onto the trailer. And now we can continue with the harvest after many minutes of faffing about and getting stuck. I think in the future we should use that exit to the field, or entrance as the case may be, as we can make a slightly wider turning circle there. There we go. Fantastic. Now, Bubba, I have no idea where Bubba is. I believe he's at his workshop, working shops, and dealing with vehicles and whatnot. He is quite the mechanic, as I said in, I believe, the previous video. I spoke about Bubba and his mechanic abilities, with his modifications, and he's told me that Declan, the gentleman that owns the garage, is not exactly telling me the truth. He said blinker fluid is not a thing, nor is headlight fluid. However, brake fluid is for some reason. I don't see how brake fluid is, but it is. And he has more or less told me Declan is nothing but a scam artist and a dodgy individual. So, I believe henceforth you shall be referred to as Dodgy Declan. This is going rather well. I believe Declan comes from the Thornton area. He lives up there. It's not incredibly far away, but it's roughly halfway between here and Sandy Bay. Dusty Cove is a lot closer. It's much more convenient to get to should we want to go to the beach. So, after all that faffing, we are now full again. And my phone is lighting up with all sorts of notifications and alerts and all sorts. As it tends to for some reason. It's rather interesting. I get one of these smartphones and it just makes me dumber. It keeps having to remind me of things. I keep forgetting about items if they're not flashing on screen and throwing things at me and making the phone dance across the desk if I'm indoors. It's a rather interesting situation. So, the gate we shall use is here, and it will allow for us to exit the field in a safe manner. However, it will mean there is a longer journey ahead of us. So, let our journey over to the silage pit begin anew. In fact, let it not begin anew just yet. I have had an idea. If I were to drop the trailer there and move this, move this over to here, like so, roughly like that. Now, all I have to worry about is the trailer itself. And while it's a waste of time, largely, it will mean that I have a much shorter wheelbase now, and therefore slightly less to worry about. So without further ado, let's go. Let's get on the move. In fact, I might be able to use the other entrance of the field once again. And just to save you fine people time, I will not show all of the harvest today. We may return to it in the next video. We may, it may be done. I don't know, but I'm going to ignore the stop signs. If the traffic around here does not decide to use the stop signs, I shall decide to not use the stop signs myself. So if the police ever come after me, I can say, well, you don't come after the other chaps, do you? It's because I'm new to the area, isn't it? It's nothing. It's disgraceful. And presumably they will then leave me off, and I can continue to break the stop signs. I have no idea what the dashboard is trying to tell me, by the way. It's... Yes, it does appear to have warning signs, and what appears to be gauges, but I have no idea whatsoever what those gauges actually mean, or what any of those warning signs means. I do gather, however, that we are at 1,909 revolutions per moment, or minute, depending on which way you want to call it, and that is quite the low rev range, which is good. It allows for maximum torque. Of course, this is a rather beefy engine, as you can hear from the rather beefy revolutions when I apply the accelerator throttle. And my phone will just not stop going off, so after this video I'll have to deal with about 17 different things. Magnificent. However, we can... What I shall do is I shall empty this and head back up to the farm. We shall end it back up at the main farm in the field, ready to reattach the harvest mechanism, the pickup header, I believe it is called, the pickup harvester, and then we shall end the video, as I will be presumably able to work slightly better. I'm not trying to talk to you, gentlemen. Alright, that's fantastic. That is not so very good. I believe I have got the... Yes, I do believe I've got the tractor beached, in fact. Can I wiggle myself free by using the hitch? Sort of. In fact, I think I have freed myself, which... Some of you may be slightly upset by that. So that looks awfully close. Yes, it is in fact far too close, and I have broken things. Yes, I have in fact broken things because out of character, because I can't swap. Almost it will. What I've just done, if I come around the back here, is I've tipped the vast majority of that through the wall itself. In fact, almost all of it's gone straight through the wall, which... Does it have tip calls? It does have tip calls. I've broken the tip calls. Yeah, good. Well, with that disaster behind us, I think I'm going to just call this video now, as I've got some tidying up to do and a field to finish harvesting. So I will leave you fine people. I hope you enjoyed. I believe you should consider, if you did enjoy, hitting the thumbs up button for if you liked it, and perhaps if you didn't like it so much, you maybe hit the thumbs down button, which gives me a sad face and makes me sad. So maybe you don't want to hit that button quite as much. And of course there is the subscribe button that you can press, which allows you to see all of the magnificent videos on this channel. If you wish to see more from me, there is a playlist available. It should be on your screens right about now. And you can click that and see all the magnificent videos from the I guess it's a story that I'm telling you. So I suppose they'll be called Quentin's story when they finally release on the YouTube. If you do want to leave a comment, please do. Whoever uploads these videos will read them to me. If you have something you want to tell me specifically, I shall receive your kind words, or perhaps your not so kind words, and maybe less of the not so kind and more of the kind. Especially, hello Quentin, we love you Quentin. Quentin, why are you so fantastic? They are the best words. I suggest those words. However, it is time for me to turn off the camera and get back to work in a reasonable manner, I say, as I ram the trailer straight into the same post I had so many issues with previously. So let's go out and around the field. I've been Quentin. You've been watching my rather wonderful exploits on Orchard Farm. I do hope you've enjoyed. Toodle pip, ta-ra, and goodbye.